Hello, everybody. Give me just a sec. I know I'm a minute or two late. Most we were over on oh my goodness, over on Dorothy's page. Yeah, Mary. Here's the deal. It's holiday time, so normally Randy is on first, and then Rosanna, well, and then Dorothy, and then Rosanna, and then me. But Randy's on vacation now through beginning to mid-January. It always depends on how she's doing. So Rosanna takes over her time slot, and then I typically take over right after Rosanna, but Dorothy is in the middle. We're gonna have to chat later and get it all figured out. We might just have to I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick to my normal time slot and those two ladies can split the 3 hours before me. Then that will be a little bit less confusing. Not completely, but a little bit less confusing. Okay, I know I was going to finish a project from yesterday, but I went to work on one of my niece's Christmas presents and I needed those little ball charms. So I took that apart. So, yeah, exactly. So she's 2 hours earlier. Yeah. But like I said, normally Rosanna goes for like 2 hours in the morning, and then so do I, sometimes a bit longer. That's why I was saying that it might be easier if they split the 3 hours before I'm on. I'm not 100, or I guess that would be 4 hours. Dorothy can just come on whenever. But I did not get a chance to refill my drink because I was scrambling looking for angel wings that I lost. We know who did it. We know who the guilty party is, but so give me like 2 minutes if you want to go finish watching Dorothy's live. That's all good. I'm just gonna go get something to drink because my cup is empty and I have nothing. So I will be right back. Promise. I'm right here. Calm down, Griff. I didn't abandon you all. Oh, okay. Sorry for that. I just wouldn't be able to talk for very long had I not just taken that moment to go get myself something to drink. I don't know what that is. Okay, so as I was saying, we were supposed to finish what I started yesterday, but I didn't. I'll show you what I made because I think it's very pretty. She is very like minimalist, doesn't like a lot of like attention, like, hey, look at my necklace, hey, look at my earrings. She's not into that. She likes things to be very chill, but she loves her birthstone, which is a garnet. Cooper and Griff, there is a door between you. Stop. Goodness. We have a mom on the early stages of labor, and so both boys tend to get like crazy protective. So yeah. But we're good. She's panting and shivering a little bit, but it's off and on. So it is the early stages. So let's say hello to everybody. We have Mary and Dawn. And then Dawn. And I guess it's just a Dawn kind of day along with Mary. So I'm sure others are lurking as well as will be coming over to join us soon. But yeah. Yeah, hi Cheryl. I just it's a Shih Tzu litter, so they've got the smushed faces. So I don't know if any of you guys they have this like nose sucker that literally you put in the baby's nose and then suck through the straw. There's a filter to keep it from going into your mouth, but thankfully they came out with a electric nose sucker, and that has worked miracles with Shih Tzus. Shih Tzu litters are known to have a lot of loss because they tend to have their babies very fast, and so they don't get all of the, like, they're not licking the puppy constantly. But I haven't lost a Shih Tzu puppy since I started using that, so that's good. Yes, nasal aspirator. Yes, correct. I don't like the bulb ones. Those just say germs to the max. Can't convince me otherwise. So, oh, look, good. Glad I'm not the only one, Dawn. So yeah, I haven't lost a Shih Tzu puppy since I started using it, which is a blessing and makes me so happy because it's so hard. It's hard on us. It's hard on the mamas. It's just because then they have to like separate the puppy from the rest of the litter. And so then they get very stressed out. Um, Back and forth. But yes, you will throw them. Of course, I will show them off when they get here. You know it. They're so adorable. So Mama is literally right under my feet right now. She is typically not like a clinger. She's not. I'm not her emotional support human, as Becky and Jenny say. But when she's in labor, she's all about being right next to me. So it'll be good. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take you down to the mat because I wanted to ask your advice on something. I'm just hoping I didn't put the something back down. I'll just let me see. I was looking right here. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. It had a little I have a Sterling Silver Lotus charm that I was going to ask if I should put at the middle, but then I was like, your niece does not like all of that stuff, Heather. You don't need that much stuff. And I finally got my bargain bead box, so I will probably be fine with that today. And then I'll just have to go and change my hashtags off of the other. As soon as we see, hi Miranda. As soon as I see Dorothy pop up in the comments, though, hi Donna, I'm going to demonstrate how to do the angel. Hear me? Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. I did not. I popped the like wrong. The cord for my camera is extremely finicky. So if it even gets bumped, it goes offline, which is highly aggravating. But anyways, hi Carolyn. Okay, who's Grace? Am I not seeing a Grace? I see the other Mary. Hello, did I miss something? I fixed it. Can you guys all still see me? Why would I not want you? Hi, Dorothy. Okay. I hope everybody can see me. Sorry about that. As I said, my cord is really, really finicky. So yeah. Of course I want you over here, Rosanna. Hope you're teasing because the thing turned off. I don't see a Grace in the comments, so I love you, darling. Of course I want you here. Okay, I'm gonna show you. See, she, as I said, she likes her birthstone. So this will be a very like short necklace. Having the little balls things, now my camera is jumping, which will drive me and you crazy. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay. Hold on. There was something I wanted. I was going to show something. I can't find it now. Sorry. Anyway, so originally I tried them in between each of them and did not like that. Did not like it with 2. So then I went to 3. And what do you guys think? I don't know if you guys have minimalist people in your life that are like very like they like things very simple. They don't like a lot of anything, but she loves her birthstone. No, I haven't opened it yet, dear. Oh my goodness. All right, sweet pea. Take care, Dawn. That was me yesterday. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Do you think that this is like simple and I'm not sure how many beads I should use before I go to chain? Because I could go all the way up, but these were not cheap garnets. And it's also my birthstone, so yeah. Okay, cool. Good. I'm glad that you guys think that she will like it. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys know gardens aren't very expensive, but these ones are. So the only thing that I was unsure of, which of course now I don't see them right here. Oh, here they are. Is that I have my splurge garnets as well. So I could put this as the like center, or do I maybe, or is that too much and just keep it simple? The kiss method, keep it simple, sweetie. These will all hang down, obviously, when gravity is at work, but yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes, they are dark red. I forgot. I meant to put down a mat. Hold on, and I will grab a piece of white paper. Okay. Hopefully the numbers don't show through too much because this was our grid from Saturday. They showed through a little bit, but if it means you guys can see better, that's what's important. Okay, Dorothy, I think you were saying that you needed help. Come on. I'm Princess in the Pea. If there's anything under this, even though I'm not sitting on it, it'll drive me crazy. But it seems that all I'm doing is making a bigger mess. Okay, I have a ton of different angel wings. Unfortunately, oh wait, here we go. I have some in my little desk cleanup bead soup. And I have the other kind over here. So Dorothy was asking how, saying that she didn't remember how the angels were done. So I'm going to show you a couple of options. I have to tell you, I'm very excited to see these little pink pearls. I'm hoping I have more stashed because I want to use them for something specific. But here was one of my earring kits. And I like to use all kinds of things for the skirt of the angel or the angel's body. You can see that this big pink pearl is really pretty. And then I just did another glass pearl for the head like that. And then I had my little, I put 4 of these in, so you could use one to create the angel and then the others to make ear wires. Sorry, I had a hair on my lip. It's still there. Okay, I think I got it that time. All right, sorry. But the angel wings comes in all sizes, shapes, forms, whatever. So I thought I'd show you a couple of different options. Oh, good. Here. There's another kind. See, this best clear off bead mix saves my life every time. Even when it's not in a separate container and is just on my desk. I seem to be a lucky one. Okay. And then I like to use the rhinestone spacers or just like a oh my gosh. There are different spacers you can use. There are different ways that you can do it. I'm going to show you the way that I do it, but I'm going to show you a couple of variations. So, and I had a thought. So I have these crystals that I was selling, but they just have the one hole right there. I'm going to show you what I would do to use to still be like, oh, I can still use that, which is very possible. And I cut off too much wire, but that's okay. So say you wanted a fancy angel, like these little green ones. Now, because I'm using thin wire, I could sit and twist this a couple of times. But because it is a crystal, I'm going to be really careful, and I'm just going to do a single twist. You stay there, sir. Then I'm going to bring them together, and I've never done this one before, so this might not look as cool as I think it's going to look. Oh, it's not that bad, actually. I feel like it needs a gold one, though, not a silver. And then just like I said a moment ago, so see that one, maybe I don't like the way that looks. I don't know if I need a thinner wire. It's just not sitting on top of it enough for me. You could play around with that based on whatever crystals you might have. Dorothy, you have a whole host of them on your mat this morning, so you can try those. Okay. Let me show you how I do it with my little teardrops. It's exactly the same. I just go up through the bottom of the bead And then I attach the wings. So there's these wings, which is pretty, but I feel are a little too small for this size. I have the ones with the heart in the center. That is really pretty. Although I always feel like it's upside down. I feel like the wings should be more like that, which you can do. And then I would very simply put a glass bead on top. And they don't have to match, obviously. One's the head. This just, I feel like, brings it together nicely. And then I like to put a seed bead, just a little teeny tiny seed bead, on the top of the head before I put the daisy spacer. So it sits on top of something and isn't directly on the angel's head. Yeah, I know. I did it like that. You said maybe use one of the filigree type bead caps. Yeah. You can also do it with a daisy spacer as well and make it a halo. But for this one, I'd probably put 2. And then, no, that's too big. Anyways, I try to like to use something that's not bigger than the head. Sometimes all you need is like, let me see if this one throws it off kilter too much. And you can decide how big, see, there we go. Just enough so that you can see it's not sitting directly on the head of the angel. Oh yeah, that might have been it. But yes, I agree, Rosanna. I like doing the pave crystal. I think it's so pretty. So there's this one. Obviously, you can do the wings any way you want. If you want the heart to be right side up, if you're okay with that look, then you're fine as well. This would just look more like the angel's torso, other than rather than just rather than the wings being more spread out like they are on the butterfly ones. But see, I don't want it too high up because I don't want to see the bead between it. I want it to just seem like the halo is floating above the angel. So there's that one. Put the green drop on the wire and then put the filigree large bead cap and then the wings. Okay. Okay. Put the green drop on the wire. Then put the filigree large bead cap. I don't know which bead cap you're speaking of. Do you just mean like the really thin one? Those would be way too big. And this is upside down. How do I keep doing this to myself? I'm trying to think. Okay, send me a picture of Messenger so I can do it. Oh, I bet. I bet that would be really pretty. But another option, while I'm waiting to see what Dawn was referring to, this, oh, this is another, like, this is another little drop. I didn't realize that was a brio. I thought that was the classic Let me go see what she meant real quick. If I got the message already. Not yet. Let me go see. She's sending me. No, I don't have a picture yet. Okay. The classic angel is I also had another kit that had the freshwater pearls for the body and the head themselves. Like more like so. Like that, which is really pretty. But you can also use, which you guys know, I have these. Where is my little container that has all of those in it? I have a ton of different sizes. So you can find really nice glass pearl bead kits or like variety packs, however you want to say it. And then you just play around with the different angel wings you have in your stash. Like, see, that doesn't bother me as much. Isn't that weird? Um, that's really pretty. I like the way that that butts up. I don't think they look upside down with this. So maybe the other bead was just too small because I like the look of this one now. But there's that size, or you can go down to the next size down. And you can go down in size for the wings. I have these ones too that are very pretty. And then again, you either put a freshwater pearl or maybe a glass pearl. Where did that just go? I don't know. Good. Oh, there it is. Like that. And then again, I would just put a teeny tiny seed bead. And I believe these are 15O delicas. And then I don't have any gold wavy spacers right here. But see how the crystal just sparkles atop of her head? So pretty. Oh my goodness, Rosanna, what's going on? I will see if Bernie has any in his back room. Rosanna. He has like a great big huge tub of a variety of Swarovski crystals that I have threatened to break in and take home with me because there's so many. They're just not sorted, but I can take a look. So yeah, you can do something like this. And you know what? I actually kind of like that the halo is silver because it makes it its own moment on top of the head. So I mean you could use a gold one as well, but I kind of like that it's its own thing. It's not matchy with anything. And obviously a halo is like a beautiful symbol on top of an angel. So it would be really good. Yeah, where is Libby, Rosanna? Um, is that where you are, sweetie? That also means your hubby's out, huh? It's west of you, but your hubby works in the parks. Would that affect him at all? Stay safe, and if they ask you to evacuate, please do so. We all love and depend on you for so many different things that, like, yeah, stay safe, please, please, please. Anyway, so there's that size. Okay, just please stay safe. These ones are more of an elongated drop, so it's not quite as big, but, and then I'll show you, like, there's that set. I still like these on top of the biggest one the best. And I don't know if these will look too small. Oh no, that doesn't look too small. I like that there's this in the center because again, it gives the appearance of torso. Where did the hole go? In order to make it easier for you guys to see. See? So pretty. But yeah, simply just changing the wing size, shape, the direction you put it in. I've never seen it this way, but let's give it a go. See what we think. I don't even mind the upside down drop. I kind of like that. Okay, the picture has been sent. Thank you. Is it going to self-destruct in 5 seconds? Oh, yeah, I have those. She's talking about the ones that... Okay, good, Rosanna. I hope your hubby is safe, though. Yes, so here, I'm going to open it. She's talking about this, and I actually... Hold on, let me turn that off. I like using these on top of glass pearls. And it looks like a Christmas tree ornament when you do so. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, she just said it so, like, she said it so officially, like, picture has been sent. It just reminded me of, like, those silly, like, Inspector Gadget cartoons. So, yeah. Yeah, so this would be really pretty, and you could use it for the green. I just like this shape. So let me see if I see any of these right here, because that would be pretty. And I think this would make such a pretty angel dress. Don't you agree? It could also just be used as a Christmas tree. For the first time, I'm seeing it kind of as a Christmas tree because of the little shut out parts up top. It looks like a Christmas tree kind of sitting on a hill, almost. Okay, let me see if I can find those real quick. I know that I have them. I just don't know if they've been put in with the rest of my thingamabobs. My oh wait. Are these what no, they're not. I got really excited for a second there. I don't see them. But this is an option. And then you would just put the angels over the wings over the top of that. And then obviously the head and the halo. Thank you for sharing that. That's a very good idea. I like that. Okay. Cool beans. So, Dorothy, have I done some? Oh yeah, it would cover up the wire. And then you wouldn't have to bring it to such a point to go in through the to go, what was I saying? you wouldn't have to deal with the wire, like the tension of the wire, like wanting to jut out. I want to try, no, that won't work. I want to try one more thing just to see. And no, I haven't opened my, I just remembered that you asked about my advent calendar. My daughter swears I have ADD, and this video is kind of confirming that for her. I'm sure if she's watching, she's probably laughing because I'm jumping all over the place. She'll be like, yep. I'm wondering if I can use, oh, well, the hole's too big. Okay, put a date spacer on the bottom. I'm just wondering because I just ordered, oh, you could do it on top of that. That's really pretty. I know I always say actually. I get surprised with myself even. That just looks like the Victorian era when they would wear the things under their skirts to make them poofy. Poofy. I feel like those wings are probably a little bit too big, but I kind of love the butterfly one on top of that. And then you just put the head on, which makes it a little bit easier for you guys to like envision the chaotic area that is my head. Oh, I have some that are silver, so I would definitely use the silver one. But yeah, okay. Yes, thank you. Now my mind is clear. Okay, cool. Yes, I like the gold. So there's all of that. Let me go ahead and pick up things really quickly. I can't tell you how excited I am to see these. I can't say why, but I'm very excited to see those. I thought that they were all gone. Alrighty then. These garnets need to stay up here because I need them after the fact. These can go back in their bag. Rosanna, what would you think if I were to send you like a challenge? Like sent you a packet of beads? 'Cause I'm thinking I might send the same one to you and Beth with the rest of your guys' Christmas stuff. I did forget to show this. So I wanted to because I love the mother of pearl. That drops a little bit big. See, I like to use those. And the lucite caps, like the trumpet flowers that have like the little point on the front, I like those too. They feel like fancy angel bodies and people. I think that they are so cute. Okay, now let's pick all this back up, stick it in its bag so things don't get lost. Hopefully, I'll have to separate out the kits, but I just wanna, I'm gonna use some of this later anyway, so I have to get your guys' packages out today. I want you guys to have them before Christmas. But yes, I was thinking of sending you and Beth the exact same packet of beads and see what you each do with it without talking to the other. You have to be You can talk about everything except for the challenge bag I send over. But yeah. Okay. What was I gonna do today? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it. Ooh, I might send it to Dorothy too. Oh, Dorothy, can I send it to you too? Please, please. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 can I send it to you too, Dorothy? Dawn, if you'd like it too, just send me your contact info. I loved when we all opened up the companion bundle that one time. And then we like talked about it and like spitballed. That's not a pleasant way of saying that. We all shared our ideas and inspiration, and then we kind of went and different people like designed, those who had channels, did stuff on their channels, whatever. And then we came, yes, I did, Dawn. And then we back together and like showed it all off. That wasn't black, that was burgundy, and I want to seal those little ball spacers before I put them on there because they're sterling silver. And yes, I am going to open my ad calendar. Maybe I'll create with this stuff for maybe there will be something in here. Oh my god, and there is indeed. I love red line beads. I think they go so well with like crazy agate. Ooh, and they're top drilled or are they double drilled? Take them out of the package and find out, Heather. I just love when they put a bag inside of a bag inside of a bag. It's my favorite thing ever. Now I'm being anxious. You guys can't even see what I'm getting all excited about. Look. They're like top drilled tabs. Oh, love this one. I love them all, but I love the gray in this. And I have my new gray crystals that I could use. Okay, that's what we're doing. Red line marble, yes. I sent you another picture of an angel. That's a Wendy Whitman inspired design. Okay. Aww. It's kind of cute that you showed this because I was actually thinking of this, but I didn't know if I had where did I put them? Here they are. Because I have these. And was thinking that they could be cute as like a little, they're 18 karat brushed gold plated brass. And I'm not a big like cha-cha person. I bought them I bought them to sell them and to use as earrings, but that would be another really cool way of using them. That would be great. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, so let's see. I didn't know that these were redline marble. I've never heard them. I've only ever seen redline stone. Like that's the way I've seen them referred to. Ugh, I love tab pennants. You know that, Rosanna. I love uh a good tab pendant. It's like because I'll tell you why. Because when you string this, if you just string them by themselves, you're going to see a bit of wire regardless of what you use, but if you stack a bunch of bead caps on either side, then those can articulate. I think that's the word. Yeah, the one with all the grays, my favorite. Yeah. Okay, if any of you would want to participate in a challenge, send me, I would need your address, but send me a message on Messenger. And if we want to do it the way we did last time, we can just we could set up an unboxing, a group unboxing, and then we could go the separate ways. Dawn, would you post it on your channel? Hmm? Maybe that popped up, hon, because it'll be something to like get you over that hump of not putting things. So maybe I think that would be great. And I would be so happy if it was something that would help you put up a video. Anyways, if you stack bead caps on either side, then you can articulate it up and you don't see any of the lines. Now, I think I have some of these. I don't know that I have any of those beads because I believe I sold them all. I had them on a sale once and they were very, very popular. And what I had sold out doesn't mean anything. I have so many other things that would go with that beautifully. Like I said, I have the gray crystals. I just need to make sure that I have enough silver bead caps right here because I don't want to have to go like dig through a bunch of stuff. Also, any of you that have placed orders, do you want me to wait to invoice until after the pennant sale? Do it. Get you out of chicken mode. Yes. Not chicken mode. Just we get in our heads as women way too much. So yeah. And yes, I did make people post videos and pictures. I do not have any of that, but what I do have is pink zebra jasper, which I think looks very pretty with those. I just need to make sure that I have, or wait, no, this is pink Botswana agate, actually. I don't know why I thought it was my zebra jasper. Ooh, but it also looks very pretty with it. So let me see. This is why I don't use the paper. I need to get like a small piece of cloth for right there, but yeah. I just need to see if I see a bunch of bead caps right here because yes, I do. And I have other little things that I can use to build up. Okay, let me get a piece of beading wire. I'm gonna go ahead and use, I don't know how I did this. I thought I was ordering silver and somehow it ended up being white. So I think that will be more than long enough. If it's not, we can add chain. Okay, so just so, come on. Just so that you guys can see fully in case I'm not describing it well enough. I at least need this. There we go. Um, 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 um. So see, there's the bicone. Now to go up, it's going to stick out right there, and though it won't show much, it still shows the wire. So I'm not going to use those. We'll just pick those up and put them away. So in order to prevent that from happening, I like to stack my bead caps and other like spacers and stuff. So I generally start right up against the edge. Those are not what I wanted. I wanted the daisy spacers, but pull those out too, just to make sure that it's right there. I'm trying to, like, if I had beads on my mat or something like this bead soup from the mat, I'm trying to use those rather than just pulling out a bunch more. Because then it's just a greater mess, and I'm hoping it will teach my brain to, like, hey, you hate that, don't do it that way anymore, kind of thing. I'm hoping. There's a method to my madness most of the time, just not lately. So with my forgetfulness, I feel like it would be better if I could streamline things easier. So yeah. Okay. So I could use that right up against the edge. Let's see. Even articulated, that's going to be too big. You have to start little and go out. Or do I? Yes. You start little. So I'm using the smallest daisy spacer, going to the next biggest daisy spacer. You could put a snowflake on after that. Where are they? Okay, those will have to be pulled out of my little stacker. Where's the gold one? Where is my silver one? It looks like I might have more of the stuff in gold right here. Trying to see what could go next. You won't need a lot for this because the drill hole is up top. It makes it a little bit easier. They were posted in like Beading Besties, and I would actually like both of you guys to make a video because Beth, you need to get over that hump too, and this might be just the thing to get you started. And it would be fun, especially if there are others that want to do it, but like it would be fun. Okay, so see how that does that as you go up? See how it just articulates? And then you can put, when you put the next bead on after that, I need a triangle so these don't roll everywhere. Pink Botswana agate. Very beautiful stone. Okay, I think this one is pretty because it's got some striping on it that looks like the pendant. Okay, see how it just kind of bows up naturally? So as we stack up the side, it's very pretty. And the more you do, the better articulation that you're going to get. But this is going to be like some crazy technique driven design because I like to let these beads have their own moment. I don't need to do anything fancy to them. They don't need a lot of bead caps, anything like that, because they're just so beautiful on their own. Do I want to maybe do, instead of putting that on, put this on. No, you put that on, then put that. This is another thing that I like to do. Where's my other silver? Ooh, I don't. Dang it. I don't know that I have enough of these right here in this bead mix. See, Dorothy, you asked if anybody else changed their ideas. This is why I was like, have you ever watched my channel? Because I do it mid live stream. Okay, I have quite a few in here. It would be easier if I had like a larger bin to put these in, but it's okay. If we need more, we will pull out more. Okay. I'm going to take this round one off. The regular one. I'm going to put a corrugated spacer on and see if I like that better. But I like to put the wavy rhinestone spacers. I like to put them in between two other beads. Unfortunately, these corrugated beads are hollow. So see, and so then this becomes the fancy that accentuates the beautiful bead itself. Pick up a gray one now. See? And it just accentuates that. Heather, I thought in January we were going to set up my overhead light. We are. Indeed, we are. So, yes. Yes. So, are you part of Beading Besties, Dawn? If not, I'll go grab the link real quick. Beading Besties is great because you can do anything there. You can post your own channel. You can post your own group. You can post your own business page. You can post your Etsy shop, your Instagram. You can post stuff to sell within there. The only thing that you're not allowed to do, other than be rude and mean to somebody, is that once somebody says, ooh, yes, I'd like to buy this, then it goes to Messenger and any talk of money happens there. And everybody needs, and I make sure everybody is very clear that you're not to talk money. That's the only thing that I want. And that just because it starts in Beading Besties, the group is not responsible. We've now had the group for over 6 months, and other than approving new memberships, the admin team has had to do nothing. Like we haven't really dealt with scammers much because I have questions when you go to like join as a member. I have questions you actually have to type out answers to, and if the answers don't make sense or aren't there, then your request isn't approved. So that helps us get out of the scam, like not have to deal with scammers. Okay, Dawn, if you look in the description box of this video down at the bottom, it'll say, it'll just talk about the group and then there will be a link. And nobody owns the page. It's a community page. So if you guys have an event coming up, post it as an event, please. This also helps space out your more expensive stone because you're putting the like wider space in between. Therefore, you know, your expensive strands of beads last longer this way if you spread them like this. Okay, now, actually, I'm going to do one more. Get one that's kind of pink and gray together, like that. Do another corrugated, and then another wavy spacer. I could just pour the bead soup mix out on my mat, but because I'm using the paper, let me see if I can. This will make it easier to spread out. It'll get easier to find stuff now that I have it all spread out. Because apparently these were put on, I was using all of these together on some sort of design or pulled them out and decided not to use them on a design, and that's why they were just sitting on my mat when we went to clear it for Saturday's sale. Oh, also, I don't know if anybody answered when I was like, oh no, we're gonna wait. Beth, was that your answer to like wait until after the sale on Sunday? Because I can wait to invoice, and if you're not interested, I'll put up a post in Beading Besties too. And see if I need to post the sale for tomorrow night. Anyways, I can just message the people who had orders. We'll just email them directly. And if they have no interest in the pendants, even if you don't have money to spend, come join us. We like to have fun and laugh and giggle and just, you know, have a good time. Don't take ourselves very seriously. We just have fun and hang out with one another. Okay, now that I've done 3, I'm going to put that on, but I think I want to, I'm going to put a bigger bead on next. And I'm just trying to decide if I just want to put it on like plain or if the bigger ones, this is a little too pinky pink. I'm trying to find the like more, oh, you're looking for a bigger one. See, that one has like the darker like more corally colors in it. So I'm trying to decide if I just put it on by itself or if this one needs its own like entrance. I don't know if that's the right word to use. I have the big filigree, and then I also have these flower bead caps that I thought could be pretty together. Oh, I wanted to use crystals too. I forgot about that. I do it kind of out the window. Maybe this is where you here's what I'm thinking. Well, one of the options that is sitting in my brain at the moment. We could go the crystal that way and then do the very simple filigree bead cap on the larger bead, like this one right here. I think there would also need to be a ball spacer in between. There needs to be something that's two right on top of each other. And we could just go with the daisy spacer here too, since the center. Sometimes the tops of these crystals are not flat. And that would be evident if we added this without. So we could do but if you guys think this is too busy, please let me know. It's just an idea at the moment. I don't think that I like the rhinestone spacers. I think that a ball spacer would look better. The only thing we need to see is if it goes the other way, does it look? What do you guys think of that? I don't think I like these. You don't have to put a bead cap here. You could just put the crystal on. And then do I can't decide if it still needs something between the crystal and the bead cap. I like that bead cap better, but I still think there needs to be a little something between the crystal and the bead cap. So I hope I have enough of these corrugated ball spacers. I need to make a snowman charm. Any way of doing it. I would use a flat disc spacer, and then you want to use like a more cylinder spacer for the hat. Yeah, I agree. So I think that I like the crystal just having the corrugated bead on either side of it. I think like it doesn't need to be. Oh, come on. I just don't know where the rest of these are sitting at the moment. So I have to be. What do you guys think? Yay, nay? This is the Botswana agate. And then I was just going to go in and repeat this again. And that would either be all of it, or I could continue up the back of the neck. Well, at least to the neck. Hello, hello? Are you saying that you only like this? You don't like this part? Thank you, Carolyn. I thought I was all alone for a moment. You think like these need bead caps or something? Is that what you're saying, Dorothy? I was thinking I was just going to repeat this up here and then because I don't want this to be a long necklace. So I was only going to do a repeat of this, and then that was going to be like the end of the bracelet. Okay, we'll do the gray drop. I like bigger beads towards the bottom. Oh, you do? You would put this first and then go into the smaller and then put that a second time? Is that what you're saying? Let's see what it looks like with the other smaller ones. I would do bigger up top. Yeah. And I'm trying to pick ones that have the colors of the pendant rather than like the blush pink ones. Even this one, it has, see if when it spins, it has more of the like red color in it. So I'm being very intentional with my bead selection. But I do have to remember that I have the other side to do still. Okay, what do we think? Do we repeat this or do we add chain for up along the back of the neck? I want to see where it would hit me really quick. So I cut, this is going to be a freaking comedy because I can never do this right. I think my camera is backwards. Hold on. Did it flip? So that as I'm, yes, no. Flip. Please flip. It's flipping only the bottom camera for some reason. That's annoying. It's not a lot, so I would definitely have do chain or do one more repeat and a smaller section of chain. I would not repeat. I think the chain would go nicer. I love it. That's why I can't like say we do this challenge. Yes, I did the first job. Something with the narrow part before the pink bead. Oh, this before the pinky bead. I could possibly do. All right. I just flip that bead over here and come back over here. Oops, you gotta take this off too. I don't think this is big enough to cover over the top. Oh, actually it is. So then let's see what the bead cap. Dorothy's a genius. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You can't see. Sorry. Hold on. I've almost done the other side. This is one that's nicked at the top, which I don't like. Not that it will be as noticeable now that we're using. Yes. Yes. Agree. But now does the back need something as well? Or is it okay because it's like rounded and where all the facets start? Dorothy said yes, that's it. Okay. I think because this is where all the facets start and the very, like, it's not until the facets start. There's a like area, oops, sorry, on the bottom of the bead that is more flat before the facets start. So I don't think that it needs anything at the back, but if you disagree, I kind of love it that way. If we wanted to make it longer, I could also switch this from 3 to 5. And then this would just be in the secondary focal area the way I usually do it. I think that's going to be the key. We're going to swap this to 5 beads before we go to the crystal. That way we can do 5 more after, and I think that's going to put the crystal at my isn't it called décolletage? Is that what that thing is? Those bones like right below your, I think that's what it's called, but I could be completely wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, one more. We gotta go more gray. And I do have other Botswana agate I can the pink that I can grab if we need to do so. Okay, now I just gotta remember how I did this. I think I just put one more, then the crystal, then we did this floral. That one is not broken through. The hole isn't all the way punched. You know what though? I think I want like a really Do I try to find another one of these? Or is that too dark? I think it might be too dark. It's not going to be anywhere near the pendant, so it doesn't really make as much sense. But I do want to make sure that I like the one I picked. I just want them to be similar sisters, not twins. I think those are the two. Okay. Yep, that's it. Too dark. Okay, cool. Yay! Yes, Heather, that's what you want to do. Okay. Flower spacer. Rhinestone spacer. Other crystal. Back for the repeat. You need to stop getting in my way, crystal. That's not formed properly. Mm-mm. I don't know why when I am doing beading, I get all of like the Nintendo Super Mario music in my head. And it's never the same one. Which if you've been watching me for any length of time, this is not the first time you're hearing this. I'm just, that's my weird. But I don't care for normal. So it works out. Actually, do more of the gray one here. Rosanna, I have a question. Do you count the time it takes you to come up with the final design in with the, like when you're figuring out the price of your piece? Chapstick. I'll tell you why I switched it to 5. I switched it to 5 so that A, it didn't need a second crystal drop, and B, that this ends up hitting me like right here. And I like a secondary focal. So then the tab will be here, but the crystal, the center of the crystal section will hit me right here. And then it will go back to the pattern around the back. Stay with me. Hopefully you will agree with the final product, but I just think that it's in I am very much a secondary focal, and this is why. Secondary focals draw the eye up. So then you're not conversating with people staring at your boobs. But yes, you need to adjust it. Didn't show up. You may change it. It didn't just show up. Okay, sounds good. I was just curious. And the reason I didn't just go to 4 is because the human eye is attracted to odd numbers. There have been many a study done on it, and most of the time people are drawn to the odd number. You good, Queenie? Queenie who? During dog's transition period, they will go from like panting a lot to hardly panting at all. And so I just always check on them to make sure that they're not, because the next stage is them shivering. That's way too dark. And so obviously I can't hear that. So I just needed to. Oh, you guys can't see again. Sorry. I keep doing that. Okay, now I need to do the 3mm. I need to cap off this other end first off. So things don't fall off as I'm working on it. Spread this down. Sorry for hitting the camera. Okay, now I need my bead soup. I need a 3mm. I already have the 6mm, but I need more of these. And these. This really is forcing me to stay more organized because I don't like the time it takes me to do this. But you guys have also said over and over again that you prefer to see the whole design process, or what's known on YouTube as a long form video. So this is what my design process looks like. That is not what I need. More of those and more of the corrugated. I'm hoping that I have enough in this little tray that I can get to finish off the necklace, because I don't really know where they are at this moment. And I don't want to have to go digging around any more than I'm doing right now. Okay. There's another one. Another two, actually. Oops, dropped them back in. And I don't even know if secondary focal is like an actual term. That's just what I call it because I get very annoyed when I can tell somebody is staring at my chest. I get really annoyed. Like, really, really, really annoyed. So, and I have a hard time biting my tongue about it. But I noticed that if I do this, it doesn't happen as much. So, that's why I do it. Got you. Yeah, I can do that because I can do that where I do like a screen share or whatever, or I can set up a group for people that specifically would like to see that so that it's not just there, but I can advertise that that's available, because I can do classes on StreamYard. And in fact, I was going to send a message after this to see if you ladies could talk, because I think doing some, this isn't the term, but I think that it could be good to do some pay to play videos. You know, people are interested. The first ones, there may not be very many people, but, and I'm not saying it would be anything expensive, just enough to, because anytime we are doing this, we're not focused on, I don't know how to say it. If we were to do this not on video, yeah, the thumbnails. No, I lost my train of thought because I looked up. That's another reason, guys, that I don't look up a lot, because I'll read a comment and then I'll forget what I was doing and or saying. If we were doing this off camera, it would go faster. We wouldn't have to worry about making sure that we're on camera. And we wouldn't be asking others what they thought and waiting for an answer. We wouldn't be chattering with everybody. We would just be sitting down doing it alone. I personally prefer live videos, but as I just explained, they do take more time than if we were just sitting down and doing it. I could share the thumbnail. I will tell you, I keep mine very simple because I don't know how to go through and I don't edit, so I prefer the one-on-one interaction. Oh, what are you doing, Heather? You are skipping a step, my dear. Rhinestone spacer, corrugated spacer. And local bead shops don't really do classes anymore. So it's not going to be as beneficial as if you were like in person with me, because I can see your hands more. I can go, you can see up close what it is that I'm doing, all of that kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 gives spacer. So yeah. Okay, well then Beth, I'm sure, is taking notes, so I will admit I am not good at keeping track of what I spent on things. I'm better than I used to be, but I'm not somebody who would have a full-on spreadsheet inventory list. I need to get there. I really need to get there. Do I want this one or this one? I don't want that one. I like this one. Okay, honey. That takes precedence. You don't even have to explain that. Dude, if Selena was here, I wouldn't be. I have to tell you that it was so much harder watching them leave than when I'm the one doing the leaving, which shocked the hell out of me. I didn't like it. I was not expecting that at all. It was hard. Um, I'm not sure why that is. But my daughter is very, very, very good at making sure, obviously, that Selena and I have a good relationship and get to chat every day and everything else. And I even asked her yesterday because sometimes she calls me because she's at her wit's end and the baby is just crying and she has tried all the things. And so then she calls me. And she's so funny because she's like, Selena's so much more well behaved when you're here. And I don't understand it. But I asked her if it bothered her that, like, because she could be crying, and as long as she's not crying because she hurt herself, um, I can sing You Are My Sunshine, and she stopped like that. And my daughter was like, no, A, it's adult conversation I wouldn't get if I wasn't chatting with you, and B, it gives me a moment to have my mind not focused on what can I do to make her feel better kind of thing. But yeah, man, I was afraid this was gonna happen. I know I have more than enough corrugated spacers. I just don't know where they got put. They were on my desk. And Steve said he put everything here. I just had a thought. So let me check right here really quickly. See if I see them. There you are. You okay, girl? You doing good? Woo! Found them. And of course, as soon as I find them, I see more on my table. Isn't that just the way of things? Yeah. I don't know. Are you guys, the bead cap needs to be smaller than the diameter of the bead you're putting it on? Are you the type that are okay if it doesn't fit perfectly? I'm curious because I have found, and not just when I'm using more expensive beads like the Botswana agate, um, that like I want the bead to be shown. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate you telling me that. Not gonna lie, I was like, ugh. The articulating thing, you can also do this on earrings. For like a hoop situation. Because I know sometimes when I try to do hoop earrings, you see the wire and whatnot. But if you have moments like this, where the wire can bend easier, like so, then it goes around the hoop better. So I just wanted to explain, like, share that because that's something I always wondered. Okay, how come theirs looks better? Because I didn't have like a big, huge stash when I started. None of us do. Except for Jenny Hawkins, because her dad's friend decided she didn't want to beat anymore and sold half a garage full, and I'm not exaggerating, worth of beads, spacers, everything. Um, she hasn't even gone through everything because now she's working at a bead store and doing classes and things like that, which is really cool. But if you know Jenny Hawkins, she's a sweetheart. Um, but yeah, we've joked that I'm just gonna go visit and then she won't need to go through anything. It will just all magically go into a box that's like Mary Poppins. But no, that's a blessing for her though, obviously. But yeah, we've joked. Okay. I'm going to hold it up, make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. Everything lined up nicely. I'm going to grab out the chain that I just had in my hot little hands a moment ago. Oh, and here's more corrugated, and here's more wavy spacers. I'm really zoomed in right now. That's why it's hard to stay on camera. Um, okay. Well, at least let us get it crimped. Do you guys like to crimp directly onto the chain? Or do you like to connect the beaded part using a jump ring? Because I've done both and I'm interested. I should have done something in sociology. I'm so interested in like all of these things. Like truly, honestly, truly, it it interests me. I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like this. I like to know. Look at this. A necklace I started and didn't finish. There's some good beads in this little bead bank. I'm just trying to decide if I want to create the chain myself, use the chain I already have. Depends on your mood. Yeah, I like the bead caps smaller. I like them to be smaller than the bead. Like even this, wanted it to present the bead. I don't like when I put a bead cap on and you only see a line of the round bead because the bead cap covers up too much of the bead, especially if it's an expensive bead like pink Botswana agate. Okay. Do I want to do my own chain? Or do I just want to pick a chain and go with it? We're at 12:18. So we've already been here for almost 2 hours. I think I'm really gonna look for a chain. Maybe some out. Dawn, look what I just found. They're not exactly the same as yours, as they're four prongs, but once you push them together, they do like the same sort of thing. Okay, sorry. See, this is my ADD. Now I want to see what the green looks like with that on top of it. Oh, goodness. My daughter might be right. I might just have ADD. Okay. I want very thin. You could also do it with beading wire if you think about it. Okay, where's the thin piece of wire that I had earlier? Because I don't really want to waste it. It is bare bronze wire. Okay, let's see here. I can see where my center was, so that's done already. Okay, come up. Actually, I would want silver wire because we're using the silver top. Here we go. I definitely want to use like 24 gauge though, still. But now I've got to go try Dawn's method. Because I really wanted to see what the angel looked like with this quote unquote dress on. Again, I'm just gonna do one, maybe two twists. Because I feel like it came apart because there was only one twist. This is why I like lives. Oh, the twist is keeping it from going all the way down, which annoys me. But that's my own fault. Oh, I shouldn't have wrapped it. I should have just taken the wire up through the top. See, Dorothy did it. You guys think that you guys learn from us. We learn from you guys, you gals, sorry. We learn from you ladies just as much. Is that in the same hole? I cannot tell. No, it is not. Can you please go through the middle hole? There we go. Oops. That is so pretty. I need to squeeze down the prongs a little bit more. But I just want to put some wings on it real quick so I can see what it would look like. Where did I just put those? Put them all back in a bag. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, Heather, you just found a whole thing of angels. Obviously, you'd want the same color, but that is very pretty. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you. Okay, gotta find some chain that I already have. I don't want to make one because I want to. I'm not gonna lie, I have a huge order sitting out. I got a delivery notification. So I'm like, Okay, Heather, you just had chain. When you were trying to decide if you wanted to go with the silver Rolo chain or the other. You just okay. it. I'm on so early because typically the lineup is Randy comes on for my time zone. Randy comes on at 8. Dorothy's on at 9. Rosanna's on at 10, but goes over like I do. And then I'm on at 12. So Randy closes things down for the holiday on the 15th of December. And so then we kind of all back up a little bit. I think it's the easiest way to explain it. How much more space do I need? Okay, I need like 4 inches on either side. Because I'm going to put on directly today. Right here. Sorry, I'm just cutting chain real quick. Putting it down. Wait, why is it doing that? Okay. It's right. I'm not going to do it with the... I think I want to end with a corrugated spacer on both sides, though. Hello, go on, corrugated spacer. There are others. Thank goodness. Okay, I need crimps. There's 2. The one thing my hubby is very good about when he cleans off the desk for me is that he does always stick my crimp tube holders back where they belong. Okay. And then I just went and put that. Yeah, I cut way too much chain, but it's okay. I also wanted to connect here. So I'm just gonna go through the little round link, not the oval link. That way the oval that my loop is gonna create goes along with the natural pattern of the chain. So I'm going to use my magical crimpers. If you've never used them before, they are to be used with 0.018 to 0.019 beading wire, and they have concavity in the center of the plier, and you're going to put your crimp tube and try to keep it centered there. You're then going to do little squishes. They don't need to be like, your knuckles should not be turning white. And then you slowly just open and close around in order to create a little ball rather than the traditional, oops, that just pulled, rather than the more traditional wrap and or crimp and crimp cover. So I'm just gonna push. I usually put extra beading wire, but this Beetle on 49 strand, I think is their take on soft flex, to be completely honest with you, because it seems to be coated. But the good thing about it is you are done. I don't know what happened. You're done crimping much faster. I wasn't paying attention and I didn't keep it centered. So I will have to try again. But like I said, it is thicker this way, this 49 strand, which, that's not it. That's the 19 strand. I don't know where I set, oh, here it is. It's this one. Oh, oh, duh. Of course I couldn't have swapped the camera up top. That's a completely different camera that doesn't do anything. But it's the best flexibility, it says, and it is like coated beading wire, whereas most of their beading wire that I've used does not have is more like metal feeling. Okay, Heather, what'd you do with your, you got you talking and now you lost your crimp tube. Okay, touch skin. Centered, squish, squish. They say that you should be able to go like northeast, southwest, and it should be done. I've only found that to be true with when I add extra quote unquote meat in the ravioli. So I go around until I don't feel any resistance. So I'm gonna have to cut off excess because there's no way that corrugated spacer is going to stick. I'm going to slide it down. I want it to be, I don't want there to be any major gaps, but I still want there to be flexibility. I don't need it anywhere near this amount of wire, so I'm just going to put that shorter, so I'm not having to pull all of that through. Again, I'm going to go into the little circle part just like that. Oh, I forgot to put a corrugated spacer on, like on the other side. Thank you for going on so nicely, unlike your sibling who fought me the. Attach your chain. Oh my gosh. Cooper's out there and he's barking at something slash someone. I don't want that. There we go. Grab our magical crimpers. There we go. Oh no, them are broken. So because of that, I'm gonna go so I can go get them to be quiet. But I'm just going to attach a lobster clasp onto the end of my chain. Thank you, Rosanna, for inspiring me to do this because I'm the princess of the pea. And oh my goodness, Ramsey, stop. Because I'm the princess and the pea and they scratch me. I don't like them. I bought the best of the best and they still scratch me. And I don't have control over my hand strength. And so I literally destroyed crimp cover after crimp cover. And so yeah. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, and it came with some soft like speeding wire. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that you all like it. I'm very happy with it. I think it's a very nice piece. As always, unless otherwise indicated, all the pieces I make are for sale. This is sterling chain. It's heavily plated. Sterling silver chain, but yeah, I like it. There we go. Thank you guys for coming and spending your time with me today. I greatly appreciate it and hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you guys all tomorrow, maybe with pictures of some new puppies, but have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, happy beading.